Y'all ready for this one? Yeah, I'm telling you, man. UCLA has had 2 seasons within 1 season. It's almost like before and after death, right? You know, before Deshaun Foster left and after Deshaun Foster left. That's what we're looking at for UCLA. Shout out to my dog. I told you we was going to talk about UCLA today. We're talking about them now. This game will be at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on FS1. Maryland's 4-2 on the season. UCLA is 2-4, but both of them are going in different directions. Maryland is going here. UCLA is going here. The thing that pisses me off most about Maryland is they should be 6-0 right now, one of the darlings of college football, because they got a dynamic kid at quarterback in Malik Washington. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to keep him. And UCLA is the Undertaker, bro. You don't want to play UCLA right now. Can Maryland keep him? I'm not sure. He stayed there. He was loyal because he's from the area. He decided to stay there. I'm not sure they can keep the kid. These 2 teams only played, I think, twice. This is the first time that they played since like 1955, bro. That Rosa Parks said hell no to her seat. So they ain't played in that long. Interim coach Tim Skipper. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of people are upset that Tim Skipper isn't getting the notoriety that Jerry Neuheisel is getting. My rebuttal to that is fair, but, I mean, it was just like Mike Ditka and Buddy Ryan when the Bears won the Super Bowl. Those players lifted up Buddy Ryan. They didn't lift up Mike Ditka, right? When UCLA beat Penn State, they lifted up Jerry Neuheisel. It ain't our fault. That's what your players did that. We ain't doing it. Your players did it, right? That's how I feel about that. So, Mike Locksley, I said it heading into the season that he's on the hot seat. He's 100% on the hot seat, especially after the season that they had a season ago. I love the way they came into the season 4-0. 3 games they should have won for sure. The Wisconsin game I was unsure of. But these last 2 games have been troubling for me because we started to get into some of these bad habits. Mike Locksley admitted that last season he lost the locker room. Are you losing the locker room now? How are you up 20-0 versus Washington and lose? How are you up 20-0 and lose? That's not supposed to happen. 20-0 in the third quarter you lose. That's not supposed to happen. That's bad football. At home, that's bad football. Nebraska, a week ago, you had opportunities to win that game. You win that game, even after that loss to Washington, there's no way the AP poll can keep you out of the top 25. You see Nebraska's in the top 25 now. There's no way they can keep you out of that side of that top 25 if you're able to win that game. We'll talk about the visitors first. Let's talk about Pep Hamilton and the no-coast offense. We talked about Pep Hamilton on the show before. NFL pedigree. Remember a lot of teams there, and it's exactly what it sounds like. A no-coast offense is adaptable, physical, but built for any environment. This offense is certainly built and made and created for Mr. Malik Washington. It is what it is. That's what it's made. It's tight end-driven, power run first scheme, early down efficiency, play action rhythm, and third down mismatches. Dylan Raiola threw 3 picks and you still lose is embarrassing. It's embarrassing, bro. It is. And the fan base deserves better. Fan base deserves a lot better. Malik Washington on the season, 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 62.3% completion percentage. Not bad. He's playing outstanding. He's a true freshman, by the way. I'm just not sure if they're able to keep him after the season. Why do you stay? You stay because you're close to home and you want to be loyal to your area? I get it. I love it. Hey, bro, I love PG County. I love DMV just as everybody else do. Went from Greater Southeast to Lever Street. That's what the Lever in my name stand for. In Oxon Hill, Maryland. That's where I'm from. I love it through and through. Do you think I live in Oxon Hill right now? Hell to the no. I don't. I love it. I will always love it. It's always here. But if you smart, it ain't about where you grow up. You know what I'm saying? While we love it. I love Leverett with all of my heart. I really do. But, man, I'm in Fredericksburg now, Virginia. I'm out the way. And I love being out the way. And this is for Malik Washington. I know you want to bring something special to your hometown, kind of do what Stephon Diggs was able to do. But if this team ain't preparing you to play at the next level because you got next level talent, don't stay there, bro. And this is somebody who loves University of Maryland, right? Don't stay there. DeJuan Williams having a pretty decent season, 245 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, and Shaleak Knotts, 376 yards and 5 touchdowns on the season. Hamilton approaches about a physical tone. Your defense will dictate what they do. There are times where I see they become more run-oriented. There's times I see them become more pass-oriented, but it's based on what your defense is able to do. They've seemed to have spurts where they're able to score points in bunches, but with spurts they couldn't score at all. The Washington game, they couldn't score. After, Washington started coming back, they couldn't score at all. Also seen that versus Northern Illinois. I was at the Northern Illinois game. They won 20-9. I wasn't happy or impressed with that performance at all, right? Not at all. So just being real. So, Monachino scheme. He's a defensive coordinator from Maryland. NFL style unpredictability to the Terps defense. This is a lot of what you get at this level with teams like, you guys may not know, Locksley was a part of Alabama's coaching tree. He was there. He's the offensive coordinator there, right? So a lot of times when you've seen it done at the highest level, your coordinators are going to be people who've done it at the highest level as well, right? But yards per game, at 57 nationally. That's 340 yards per game. 16.8 points per game. That's 18th nationally. 33rd versus the run, which is, 112 yards per game. That's not bad. Those stats are pretty damn good. But my issue with Maryland is the inability to finish. Like, what's going on? Like, you guys are 4-2, and there's probably some brass there who's happy that they're 4-2. No, they should be 6-0. It's frustrating. But let's talk about Jerry Neuheisel's scheme. It's a lot to think about with this guy because, when you go in, you start looking at film and try to figure out, what coaching tree they came from, what scheme are they rooted in. We don't have much tape for this guy. He's been at UCLA pretty much his whole career, played college ball there, said he would like to coach someday there. He's doing that now. So when you look at this guy and what he's been able to do and why I think the world of college football loves him so much is because a lot of people don't know who he is. He looks like a kid on the sideline. Just like I look like a kid talking to y'all right now. Like, a lot of people just don't know who he is, right? But he simplified the offense 100%. He cut the fat, and Tino Ciceri, I thought was going to be outstanding there. It still bothers my soul he's not there. And it still bothers my soul that in the eyes, because perception is reality, in the eyes of others, he's the reason that they weren't successful. There's a lot of outside factors that led to that, right? But he cut the fat. He focused on rhythm, matchups, and player comfort. And the offense is built in adaptability, option routes, and a balanced run emphasis. Nico has looked so comfortable in this game. And the respect I have for Nico is through the roof. Nico Iamaleava, I was actually on his side with the way that Tennessee handled the situation. I thought if Tennessee was going to part with him, they should have part with him after they lost to Ohio State in the playoff. And that way they say, hey, this isn't working out. There's some things you are not happy about. There's some things we are not happy about. So let's just move on and agree to just handle it that way. But they waited till April. Towards the end of the spring portal window, which will no longer exist after this season. But there's a lot to like about where UCLA is now. And I'm so happy for Nico. I'm happy for his family. And I'm not sure what happens to him after this season. I don't see him staying in UCLA, but I think he'll be able to put some good tape out there. And maybe he does stay in UCLA. He is a LA kid. Or does he go cross town, depending on what happened to Jaden, Ma'ava this year? How comfortable would he be with Lincoln Riley in that system? That'll be interesting. But they're 95th nationally, total offense, 356 yards per game, 103rd in scoring offense, 22.8 points per game. But look how many points they're scoring per game now. Right, now that Neuheisel is running the system, trimming the fat, and he's being more simplistic. But the thing is, there's more tape out there now. So how do we feel about that? If there being more tape out there, I don't know. This one is interesting, right? So Nico Iamaleava, 1,100 yards on the season, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 66%. Damn good. Jalen Berger, had 89 yards rushing a week ago, and Kawazi Gilmer is Nico's favorite target with 313 yards, 2 touchdowns on the season. But Neuheisel, like his system, like I said, is simplified. What Tino Ciceri was doing, simple passing concepts and option routes to put linebackers in conflict. That's what he liked to do. Let's talk about Doug Coyle's game. Hired by Tim Skepper, oh, by the way. So he simplified that. You see how I'm using the word simplified a lot? Like we used it with Jerry Neuheisel. We've also utilized it with Doug Coyle. They've both simplified this. Like, this is a lot here. Right, we want our players to play aggressive and play fast, and a lot of times you can't do that if you're constantly thinking. But at the elite schools, you are able to do that, if that makes sense. So 369 yards per game allowed. That's 72 nationally, 29.2 points per game. That's 102nd. Keep in mind these numbers are slightly skewed because it's just only 2 games, right? 26 in pass defense, 173 yards per game. That's pretty damn good. 124th in rush defense. That's pretty damn bad. So both of these sides want to keep things simple. Turnover battle, Maryland plus 10 in the country per turnover battle. That's what Moon was just talking about, right? UCLA is even. That's 71st in the country. How you plus 10 and got 2 losses, bro? It just don't make sense to me. Penalties, UCLA is terrible. 121st in the country, just playing with a lack of discipline. And the key battle will be Malik Washington versus this defense. You're on the road. Can you get started fast like you did in Madison? I've been going back and forth on this game. UCLA is hot. Maryland is not. Maryland is a better team. They really are. They have the better players. They haven't played well these last 2 weeks. They did play two really good teams, two cusp top 25 teams in the country. UCLA has been very hot. Would it surprise me if they won this game? No. But who needs this game more? Maryland needs this game if they're going to have any significance in the Big Ten this year. Give me Maryland to win this game. They're able to make a couple more plays, and UCLA is able to make